Many of us were raised in strict Christian environments where we were taught to think of the earth as an object to be owned. In terms of intelligent life, there was us and an all-powerful God, and we owed nothing to the earth and had nothing to learn from it. And we see where that got us, right? Climate change, pollinator die-off, and overharvesting threatening our food supply, industrial dumping poisoning the water, and we're drowning in pollen right now from years of planting primarily male trees because apparently the mess that makes it hard to breathe is less objectionable than the mess on the sidewalk. I don't know. I was reading an interview with an ecologist recently that really highlighted how short-sighted that view is, that nature has nothing to teach us. Dr. Suzanne Simard, a professor at the University of British Columbia, has done extensive research on cooperation between trees. We think of trees as just kind of there, but it turns out there's a lot more to it. The mycorrhizal fungus that grows at the roots connects the trees together. And by studying the movement of the carbon-14 isotope through that network, she found evidence that not only do trees send chemical signals to communicate with each other, they even share nutrients. One thing she was brought in to study was why deliberately planted fir trees didn't grow as well as fir trees in a natural forest. Turns out it has to do with the other species around them. The big birch trees that make the canopy, they actually help the fir trees get their start. That canopy sheltered the seedlings as they grew, and then in the fall, when the birch trees lost all their leaves, the fir trees would actually send products of photosynthesis back to the birch trees that the birch trees had sent them as they were sprouting. In her academic research, she calls the biggest and oldest of the established trees hub trees or legacy trees. But when she's talking to the general public, she has a much more interesting term for them. She calls those the mother trees. They provide broader shelter, photosynthesize more due to their size, and can share more nutrients with the smaller trees. And most importantly, their root system extends further, so they are connected with a greater number of the trees in the forest. And that got me thinking how much we can learn from trees, both about supporting the growth of those around us and about giving the people who've done it for us their due. None of us becomes who we are without the support and guidance of our community. And we honor that not only through treasuring those relationships and valuing those people, flaws and all, but by sharing what has been shared with us. The people who have played that mother tree role in our lives, sheltering us from the cruelty of the world, investing in our growth, have given us the example of how to support the people who come after us. Sir Isaac Newton famously said, "If I have seen farther than others, it is because I have stood on the shoulders of giants." None of us is solely responsible for our own growth. And if trees are capable of mentoring those who come after and giving their mentors the same support that they received, then surely we can too.